Hi, my name is Ahmed, I'm from Syria and I'm a refugee in Germany. That's right, a refugee in Germany. The whole world is talking about us, Muslim refugees, Syrians, and I said to myself, why the hell don't I talk about myself? I mean, the whole issue is with Donald Trump and the migration, right? So after everything that's been said and done, Trump's won the Muslim bastard in the walls negotiations, I gotta stop at this point, our point, where now Trump and his League of People thinking that we, the refugees, are all ISIS, especially the men who fled from the complex, including me. So let's get down to it. From the perspective of Donald Trump, a refugee means
Germany! You have Germany, okay? Oh, what a job they've done with ISIS. What a job they've done. What a job they've done with the migration, allowing millions of people to come in. Great going. You got millions of people going into Germany and other countries in Europe right now. Nobody knows where they come from. There's no documentation. There's no paperwork. The only thing you notice, they have cell phones. The only thing you notice is on that cell phone, in some cases, they have an ISIS flag printed on it.
Really? ISIS? All of us? And we got ISIS picture printed on our cell phones? Sounds frightening. So let's analyze that verbally. Allow me to introduce to you my documentations right here. This is my German residency card, that's me. I look handsome, I know that for nobody who watched bad Disney movies lately. These both are my Syrian ID and passport. And they don't just give us asylum based on these two documentations, no. They gotta check these in first by sending them to the Syrian embassy here in Berlin. And if these are true, then we'll get our acceptance and allowance to stay in this country. Unless you'll be deported, whether you have faked documentations or you have none. You see, Donald, you're spilling a lot of crap out of your mouth always. You're lying to your bigots by saying whatever you want, because at the end of the day, you know that they will believe you. You're spewing stupidity accusations towards Germany, while you're saying you're proud of having German heritage.
My grandfather, Frederick Trump, came to the United States in 1885. He joined the Great Gold Rush. He did fantastically well. He loved this country. So, they were from Germany. I have great German heritage. I'm very proud of it. Great place, but we all love the United States the best.
Thank God your grandfather immigrated from here to the US. Cause here in Germany we find no Trumps. Cause unlike Johnny Cash, if I hear your trumpet sound, I'm gonna dig myself right into the ground. Here in Germany we find only people who want to save millions of lives and who care about others. People who face the challenges, people who consider us the refugees and the Muslims just humans just like them. They don't judge us by our race or our religion or where we came from, Donald. That's why I have so many friends of them so far. And they taught me how to speak German, du Arschloch. But I just want to say, if you don't want to help people, just don't ruin their reputation. Just say it's not your problem. If someone wants to do good, any country, just let them do. And you don't worry about their safety. Believe me, they know how to protect themselves, okay? Nevertheless, let's move on to your next point.
People coming in from the migration from Syria. And when you look at that migration, it's very unusual. When I look at it, I see so many men. And they're young. They look like they should be on the wrestling team. And they're young and they're strong. And they're mostly men. And I say, what's going on? I noticed that, in all fairness, this is like old news now. I noticed that 3-4 months ago, when it all started.
So why don't we fight? Wow, that's a rhetorical question. But it doesn't matter, I'm gonna explain. First of all, why did we run away? It's simple. 90% because of Bashar al-Assad and his regime, and 10% because of ISIS. You guys are making ISIS a big deal. ISIS is just everybody's puppet now. Like the US, Russia, Iran, Bashar al-Assad, and even my ass is the puppet of everybody. Everybody says they are fighting ISIS and eventually only innocent Syrian people die. Look, at the very beginning, we the Syrian people revolted for our pride against Bashar al-Assad and his regime. Like Egypt, Libya, and Tunisia, in case you've heard of it. We started peacefully protesting saying, we want democracy and freedom. But al-Assad did not like that, so he started the war against us while we were unarmed protesting daily in the streets. And he started to kill us because how dare we showing disobedience to the almighty Bashar al-Assad and his regime. So after so many of us got killed in these peaceful protestings, we couldn't stop because we respected the blood of those who died. And we waited for the big countries to interfere and stop al-Assad from killing his unarmed innocent people, like how the US did in Libya. But unfortunately, nobody interfered. So the massacres kept happening until some groups in Bashar al-Assad's army splitted and started to fight against al-Assad with the weaponry they had back then. Because they couldn't stand watching the killing of their own people. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the birth of the very Free Syrian Army. So many people lost their relatives, families, and houses. They started to join the Free Syrian Army to get revenge from Bashar al-Assad and his criminal regime and army. Then by time passing, the Free Syrian Army got supported by some countries in the region, so it started to get stronger and bigger, and they liberated so many cities like the big city Aleppo until Bashar al-Assad was about to be defeated. But here comes Russia and Iran to help him. And what you people right now see in the news about Syria is wrong. Because Bashar al-Assad and Russia are not really fighting ISIS, they are fighting the groups of the Free Syrian Army. Who most of these groups and these people are actually Syrians, most of them. And they want to take out Bashar al-Assad to regain their country. Ironically, they all fight Bashar al-Assad, Iran, Russia, and ISIS, while they are splitted and not united, unfortunately. So long story short, we as youth, Syrian people, realize that it's getting bigger and bigger. People are dying, fighters are dying without any single purpose. We don't want to fight because we will kill our own people. That's who Bashar al-Assad wants us to kill. And if we fight against Bashar al-Assad with the Free Syrian Army, then we'll get bombed by Russia and Iran and even ISIS. Bashar al-Assad is the main terrorist in the entire world, ladies and gentlemen. He bombs houses, hospitals, schools over the heads of the people inside of it. And if we don't want to fight with him, we will fight against him, no matter with who. But at the end, we will die and we will kill Syrians. So people, we just don't want that. We just don't. And Donald, that was why I got out of my country and I fled to Europe. And even I didn't come back to it. And I don't know what the hell's going on there now. God help all the people in America who don't actually support Donald Trump and his craziness. But you know something, Donald? I truly want to thank you for so many reasons, but not in this video. So I'll make another video to show you how much do I have gratitude or appreciation for you. I hope you guys got the message that we're not terrorists and we have documentations and we have everything and we're normal people. Please subscribe to my channel, Mr. Foundation, and Godspeed.
When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise right out of the ground. Ain't no grave can hold my body down.